Oh, we do a thing. You got
Okay,
countdown?
we're live.
It's live already?
Yeah.
Well, come do your job.
Mama, don't move down the table because you're going to knock something off.
Mama get to do what she wants to.
Hey. Okay, so, hey, y'all. It's Nicole over at Blue Herbal Goddess. I'm here again today on Tuesday with Michael Breelove and Tavares Bethel.
Well, she said your whole government today.
That's right.
Lord.
So we're going to kind of piggyback on something that we discussed at our event, I See Me, on Saturday. And the discussion was about men healing and how do you, as an individual, purge and so you can continue to heal. And so I wanted us to continue that conversation because one of the things that they discussed on Saturday was that you can't save them, right? So that was kind of one of the takeaways that the women that were here with the discussion with Michael and Tavares was like, you're going on your spiritual journey, and you're trying to drag me along with it, like I have to go through my own stuff. So we can talk briefly, okay, how do you go through, if we can't save you, and you need to go through your own kind of process, what are some of the things that you do on a regular to kind of help you purge so that you can continue to grow?
Mainly a lot of looking inside of self. Just understanding that it's going to come times where the inside crying is going to come out. That's what I'm learning on my journey. Like, why I'm so emotional, but that's part of the journey. That's part of my growth and my purge. Mm-hmm. And I know it's going to be other levels to this, so I'm glad to get these steps out of the way first. So I can advance to where I can elevate a little higher.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's beautiful because, as men, particularly at this level of our life, after you've gone through so much and you created so much hurt. I was having a conversation in Kings Tree, really White Oak, South Carolina, maybe about 2 years ago with my uncle. Right, and he was about 60 years old. And so he said at 60 he realized how many people he hurt. Yeah. At 60, right? So when you living this life, we haven't had models or examples to teach us. This is how you do this, or this is how you purge, or this is what you go through. And as you was even asking the question, I was thinking about like a whale. You know what I'm saying? Like how a big blue whale go deep down in the ocean, right? Yeah. And it only come up in order to be able to let all of that water out of that blowhole. Yeah. And that's what it's kind of like. That's a purge. For us as men, for us to purge, what I'm saying? Yeah. We go down and we take as much as we can take, but then out of nowhere, what I'm saying, we come up and,
You make a good point. Until we learn how to shift, you said take down. Mm-hmm. You said, like, look how many people that we have took down as men. You know what I mean? Ego, we don't want to confess or look within, so I like that.
Yeah, hey, cause I got a cousin named Mike. Mike was like, man, if you ain't see me, touch me, put your hands on me, it wasn't me. I don't care what somebody told you about it. They heard what I was doing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Deny.
Hey, listen, hey, we
know.
We go through that
foolishness.
And that's the truth. And it take a while for us as men to get to a place where we can even, and I ain't gonna front, because I'm just getting to that place as a man where I can, even confront some of the difficulties that I have had as a man. And I grew up.
Okay.
Okay, what?
I said okay, so you're just now getting to that point.
I'm getting to that point.
Okay, but in getting to that point, what are some of the things that you're doing yourself to help you purge so that you don't keep repeating those cycles?
That's an excellent question, and I noticed that along my journey, as I become more conscious spiritually, a lot of prayer, a lot of meditation. But the problem is, and this is what my brother got to understand, like, when you start that process, when you start aggravating your spirit, it's going to happen more frequent. Like you're going to face more of those challenges. More of the ugly things are going to be exposed. Yeah. And it's going to force you to want to go deeper into your hole. But that's when you got to be a real man about it. And you just got to kind of stare it down and look it in the face and continue that process of meditation. Continue that process of prayer. Continue that process of study. And if you don't do anything, please check your diet. Like what you're eating right now is not a benefit. Hey, tell like how you tell me, man, about that food, man.
Yeah. You sure you want me to do that? but anyway, like, until we really do as men need to go deeper, though. Because we were such a mass sometimes, like.
But is that mass because of the societal norms and your family norms kind of put you in that kind of box, right?
We've been kind of put in a box to a certain degree. We've been kind of put, but as we get older, we should start to be looking out of the box and understanding like, whoa, that's not what it's supposed to be. And look at the continuums we have with us as adults, and we trickling on down to the younger generations and younger generations.
Yeah.
Because you have to remember somebody's looking at
Right,
Yeah.
right,
And I will say this in being fair, right? At some point, we as a society got to recognize that this family concept with us, that this is a new construct, right? This ain't a thousands of years old construct. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hell, man, 1865 was just the other day. You know what I'm saying? Hey, so just because you came through puberty, you know what I'm saying, and as a woman you develop this ability to love profoundly, you know what I'm saying, man, stop tripping on me. I'm just making it through this process. And so the majority of men that we meet, you meeting people that are imperfect, right? And if we're going to work towards perfection, we got to work towards perfection consciously, not in our imagination.
Okay, let's say that again. Consciously.
Consciously.
It doesn't just happen.
That's right.
It's like you have to make a conscious effort to continue to do better, to be better, and purge what you know about yourself. Because y'all looking at the dark shadow, like there's a dark and a light, right?
Right.
And a lot of us live on the dark side.
Yeah.
That's right.
Right. So moving into that light, it is like you say, you're going to disturb your spirit.
That's right.
And you have to be okay with that.
That's right.
You have to be okay with your spirit being disturbed and be open and communicate, because I mean, as women, like you said, we can't save you, but at the same time, we're the nurturers. We want to help.
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna drag your ass.
But
I'm gonna just take that. I'm not dragging your
But
ass.
as men, we like Ike Turner, and we don't need no help, team. Hey, go ahead, Mike. Big Mike was going to say something.
But you made a good point. Like, we have been so comfortable. We have to learn how to be uncomfortable to be comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And we have to learn that. And something we discussed in the session Saturday was we need to balance, understand the scale between male and man.
Come on.
There's no middle. You know what I mean? We haven't grown from males to men.
That's right.
Because flowers haven't been taught.
That's right. That's right. That's a fact.
And
Yeah.
Society norm has our minds thinking that a man is this way or that. That's not necessarily true all the time. Look at me. I'm not. I mean, so it's not going to be like that all the time. You know, so we all have to understand that.
What's this look at me?
Like, we look at like the masculine part of man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just because you don't have to be bulky or whatever. That don't make you a man.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
It doesn't make you a man.
I got you.
It doesn't make you a man.
I got you.
Right. That man is that undetectable spiritual component that exists inside of highly refined males.
Yeah.
And so when you see the male make it through the male phase of life into his masculinity or into his manhood, it's a beautiful thing to see. Ain't nothing more beautiful than seeing a man doing what men do, right? Unfortunately, in our community, we haven't seen it at a large enough scale. And the things that we see is excellent males. There are some excellent males, but when you see man affect change in the room you walk into. Man affect change in the lives of women. Man affect change and growth and development in the life of other men and children. And so we don't see that at large. But that doesn't mean that it can't be. It means that we as men now have to come into spaces where we can begin that process.
To have that dialogue.
And that's what, to the women point, they need to be removed from that process because they've been so ill affected by us in our development that if they insert themselves now, they risk further damage. Yeah. Right? We need to come into our own space and we need to refine this. Then we need to get it together. You see what I'm saying? That was hot.
Yeah,
Hey, you can get it every Tuesday and Tuesday. Come in the Blue Herbal Garden and get a stone or something. You know what I'm saying?
That was, you said further damage.
Further damage.
Wow.
That's right.
And think about that. That's damage to self and all surrounding.
That's right.
Well, and you take that even further. Damage of self, damage to family, which includes the children.
That's right. Because the woman is everything.
Right. So wow.
You see what I'm saying? See, when we start fixing these things, we do things to correct our ecosystem and restore balance to our community. It starts by healing our woman, right? Yeah. But in order to do that, we got to ourselves to be able to correct that process.
So, we're gonna get more of this. No, just in. So, look for us every Tuesday. We're gonna be looking and just kind of breaking apart different things as we
say the address.
We're located.
Pull up.
We're located at 1573 Fort Campbell Boulevard. So if you happen to be in the area and
That's
you want
right.
to sit in on the discussion, come on down.
Yeah.
We are going to be here.
But don't come combative with all that arguing.
Oh, okay. Whoop.
But it would be nice for more people to come in where we can, we can really feel the
Okay.
pulse,
All
the
right.
temperature.
All right.
The Blue Herbal Goddess Tuesdays and Tuesdays. This is a thing, right? And when you come, bring at least $15 so that we can get something while you in here.
Thank y'all for tuning in. See you later.
I'm gonna go commission. I get a shirt.
Look, he asking for a shirt. All he asking for is a shirt.